just to fill everybody in that doesn't really know about the app, this is intellectual property that's owned by Sydney Local Health District and SES LHD. And I'd like to always acknowledge everyone at the beginning. This is about a project that involved collaboration. And I think we've heard from quite a few speakers already about how collaboration is absolutely key to us to be able to move forward with clinical research. And where's this? Oops. And so all of those names, they're actually clinical trial managers at all the haematology trial units across New South Wales. And it took this collaboration, the Haematology Clinical Research Network, to get this project up and running. But of course, from now, after that, I mean, there's just too many people collaborating in this project to ever name now. Okay, so what was our problem? It was recruitment. And of course, haematology trials are of a broad spectrum with low incidence. And our country's so big and our area is so large. And it's very expensive to run studies, as you know, with other speakers have alluded to. It's really expensive. Often only 1 or 2 sites in a state might have a particular trial for a particular disease. But the clinicians had no way of really finding out where those trials were. Current knowledge it's really hard to find out. And the registries are often behind and no one actually had contacts. There was no referral pathway between sites, no immediate ability for a doctor to refer a patient. And we came up against all of these really bad assumptions that patients wouldn't travel. We were really trying to convince ourselves that cross-referrals could work. And they told us that patients wouldn't travel between hospitals. They told us that doctors wouldn't refer their patients to other hospitals. But we really decided that this knowledge sharing was the way to go. And so we hypothesised that if doctors had the ability to look up current trials, then we could increase the cross-referrals across different hospitals. And if that happened, we could increase trial unit activity and recruitment. And so we aimed to make a smartphone app that had current comprehensive trial listings in haematology in New South Wales, and we reached out to all the trial units to give us data about the number of cross-referrals that were happening between units, the activity in the trial units, and the clinical trial recruitment. And we used the Haematology Clinical Research Network, this network of trial unit managers, to accomplish this. We also got a developer, we got an app developed, and we had a feedback mechanism to ensure that we made it as easy to use as possible. And so we ended up with the ClinTrial Refer App. So the data is supplied by each of the trial units and it's entered into a database at the back of the app. And the app is simply a tool to be used by clinicians, but they get current and comprehensive recruiting trial data. And it went live on Apple stores and Android stores in May 13. And I thought, these aren't my slides, but anyway. I thought I might show it to you if I can actually get it happening. So just 1 minute. For a technical talk, it's not going very well. Is that good? No? That looks like me. Thank you. a little bit of a showcase of how the program has expanded over time. I'm going to show you the original ClinTrial Refer App for haematology in New South Wales and ACT. So it's really, the idea is for it to be absolutely simple. And so you can choose a disease. Let's choose a pet one for Judith. And these are all of the trials that are currently recruiting in New South Wales and the ACT. And you can choose a trial like this one. It might be good for your patient. You can look at the inclusion criteria and the exclusion criteria very easily. And because of that, you can actually ensure that the patients that you're sending across to another hospital are at a high level, are eligible for the study. You don't want to waste patients' times. We have a summary page with just some data. We also have links to the registries so that you can go and look up further information about that study on the... Oh, it looks like it's a little slow. I might skip that. I think that's the Wi-Fi. Okay. We can also email this information to either the patient or to yourself with a little email thing at the top right-hand corner. And of course, the most important part, we can find out where these trials are actually active. Oh, Wollongong's actually pending on this one. So if the patient decided they wanted to go to Concord, these are the details to get directly in contact with the unit. So that took me under 2 minutes. So, and a doctor can do that in front of their patient, really very simply. I think I've got it all. Thank you. Back to slides, please. Oh, great. And whilst this is not an announcement, it's just a little bit of a teaser, because the Sydney Health Partners is actually about to launch their own app. And so trials across the whole collaboration, including Sydney Local Health District, will be in one app. And it is actually live, but it's not all finished yet. But watch this space. So it has an extra filter for specialty, such as cardio, gastro. Again, based on exactly the same format as all the other ones, but absolutely tailored for the geographical area and all the different disciplines. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about our results, because this is actually evidence-based. We've been collecting metrics, and as Tony said, it's pretty hard to get data. We actually have a bit of data on this project, well, quite a lot of data actually. And because we were looking to promote cross-referral as a method for increasing recruitment, we had been collecting data before the app went live. And so we knew that cross-referrals did work because, oh my goodness, we were getting 1 per month across New South Wales. And when the app went live, it went directly from 1 to an average of 8 or 9 cross-referrals per month. And that has been sustained from May 2013 to today. This is care of Judith. This is her favourite slide. And what you're seeing there is a patient a lot of patients being cross-referred throughout the state. So we're not talking about, 2 colleagues who might refer to each other. What we're talking about is a complete change in the way that people are being put onto clinical trials, and the increase cross-referral of patients between sites. This is actually showing an increase in FTE at Concord Hospital. I know that it's also at RPA Hospital, but right across New South Wales, what we've seen is an increase in staffing in the trial units. And to me, that's a really good way of looking at how our units are operating. If they're both recruiting patients and making money, and they're able to put on more staff, and they're able to increase the activity in their units. So we're showing a difference from 1 a month to 8 a month, and it's sustained. And the only time we get a drop off is during ASH, I think. Recruitment, we're actually got all the data from all the trial units, and we've shown a 63% increase in recruitment across that time period. I don't know how else to say it, I just think it's great. And an increase in 60% staffing across New South Wales. And so we quickly realised, well actually Victoria realised fairly quickly that our New South Wales haematology app was pretty good. So Victoria quickly got on the bandwagon and had a ClinTrial Refer App for haematology in Victoria. And after that we went to of course the other states wanted it, and it's really spread to, I think we're up to about, there's another 2 in development at the moment, up to about over 20. So these represent collaborations between clinicians and trial unit managers and groups and networks. I call them natural networks. They're networks of people who want to do clinical research. And of course, all of this hard work, we've actually collected a few awards and posters and things in our time. We've just won $50,000 in an international crowdsourcing competition, which is from Herox. And the aim of the competition was to increase recruitment by 50% in cancer trials. And we're certainly going to be putting that money to good use. We've developed a website, and so we're really trying to reuse all of the data we have. So if all of these networks are putting in trial data, we've now got it on one website. And the website just comes as part of the package with each of the apps, so that we can ensure that everybody is helping each other. On this website, we also have a forum, and we're definitely trying to promote that. And the idea is education and help for different trial units. Trial unit managers are often, and trial coordinators are often working in isolation, doing the hard work without support. And so we're trying to use this forum to help people strengthen the networks across clinical research. And, gee, went a bit quickly, I think, but so I guess just to emphasise the difference with this app, it's just a tool. It's nothing special, it's just really a tool. But what it does is help the networks collaborate, and again, I think that's why this app has been so successful. Thank you.